I wanted to make this video is because I wanted to see, I didn't know, honestly, what it is that people would say, the children that I've been working with since they were 3 years old, now they're 18, 19, what effect did this have on them? Did it have any effect? The ecology is set up within which they can learn, as opposed to from the top down. So having been inside of that kind of learning environment through their very young years, age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, how did that then affect them now that they're 18? And I feel like a lot of what you see is the kind of person that they are. It's not so much what they learned as how they think.
You know, you discover yourself a lot more when you're really in touch with your roots. You know, it's a lot different when you're inside it in the classroom. You don't really get to see where you come from.
I think it was just so present that it didn't even feel like we were learning about the farm. It was just kind of our life at that point.
I love the freeness of it, and especially the community, I think, where I could just be like my weird self and in a community of people that were really loving.
I think again it's the nurturing environment though, because you're really free to express yourself and be who you are and kind of, you know, ask questions and not be afraid to not know the answer or to have the wrong answer.
The method of education that they're talking about is the Golden Education Template approach to education, which we've integrated with farm-based and environmental education. So Earth School is a school of thought. Earth School is an approach, a hands-on, experiential, arts-integrated, nature-oriented approach to learning.
Went back to the very definition of the word school. People say, oh, I'm going to open up a school. First question is, okay, get a classroom. I don't think that's what you did. I think the first thing you said, okay, let's get a hub, let's get a family, let's get a mindset.
Like, where if you want to get something done, like, people will encourage you and will encourage the things that you want to do. I think being on an actual farm and getting to understand what it's like to go pick your own food, or at least be in the process of growing it, or herbs and then taking them from the garden to cook things in the kitchen, it's just such a really great experience that most people don't get.
I think that the best part was that we were so integrated with nature, but I think it sort of gave me a different experience that helped me sort of think outside of what one might think like a normative child experience was.
In that kind of environment, when you're like learning in like nature and stuff, I feel like everything applies more easily and you really get the connection between one to another.
I think just doing so much outdoors and all our kind of studies and lessons outside.
The concept behind Earth School from the beginning was that the earth is your school, that nature is your classroom, that the teaching is coming from what you're learning by doing. And so what the teenagers now would be talking about would be how that affected them to have been in that kind of learning environment.
People always say, okay, great, you want to go change, the environment, go do it yourself, which I think is wrong, because people use the terminology, it's fun, but it's work. I think the Earth School rephrased it and said, it's fun and it's work. It's fun, so it's work.
I had sort of had this like love for learning that I noticed that my classmates, most of them didn't have, which I feel like something in the world in Earth School was sort of vastly responsible for.
My everyday activities, like with whatever I'm doing, it's in the back of my head somewhere, and it's influencing like how I act or what I'm doing, or the things that are like important to me.
Well, I'm very grateful that I got to experience it, because I think I definitely wouldn't be the person I am now without that.
I feel like being a part of this program has definitely influenced the person that I am today in so many ways. I mean, being taught by such like an educated person and understanding what it's like to learn these things in such a great environment, somewhere you actually want to be, is much different than being stuck in school every day.
Without Earth School, I don't think I would be the same person that I am now, and I don't really want to know the person that I would be without Earth School.
I love you.
She's just